represented by Anshuman Prasanna, Shahrukh Khan, Junaid Ahmed, Karan Sonawale, the captain. Ved Prakash Jaiswal will provide solidity to the middle order. Karthik and then Faizan Abdullah is the new man in. Mohammad Sharfuddin, and boy oh boy, he certainly created some ripples last afternoon. Farman, Yashas GL and Sagar Parmar rounding it up. Electing to bowl first and joining me in the com box, a very good fan of Sagar Parmar is going to be Pranav Mehta.
Absolutely. Probably one of those exceptional talents here in Oman. Left-arm spinners are always good, and Sagar Parmar is one of those outstanding ones. But at the moment, Yashas GL, another talent to watch out for. A look-alike of S. Srishant back in the days. Do you reckon?
I'll still have to get a close-up view of that one. He's certainly not a muscular figure here, Yashas GL. Very nimble though, and very tiny frame. He certainly bowls amazingly at the moment.
S. Srishant was the opening bowler of India, probably 15 years ago.
Are you telling me who S. Srishant is, Pranav?
I thought that you were not able to recognize it.
This is just guided towards third man. First runs on the board for Wasim Jamadar, and at the same time Ideal International. I believe that was not Wasim Jamadar. Wasim Jamadar is on strike now. The second batter has got to be Akbar Sheikh, or is that Ubada?
I think it is Rashid.
Yeah, Rashid. Shahrukh Rashid.
Had a tough outing yesterday. Akbar Sheikh, and that's where probably Rashid would have been promoted up the order. And Wasim Jamadar, oh my goodness gracious me, was run out. What a big wicket was that. Looking to cut it. He's one of those impact players, Wasim Jamadar. On his day, Ideal International is a different side, an extremely different side. I believe one of these premier sides will also not be in competition to Ideal International if Wasim Jamadar can play 10 overs.
And they've got a couple of players who are those sort of characters in the team, and that's probably why this team is so sought after at the moment. Now, Wasim Jamadar will certainly like the setting at the moment, and not only Wasim Jamadar, the entire Ideal team will like this setting because it's the afternoon time against the setting sun, so not too much to do with dew and all the other factors that might affect the game. So you can expect the quick bowlers to be just quick, not skiddy on most occasions. And they will find themselves in a very comfortable environment. So everything in the right setting for Ideal International to get to a good score.
The evenings are interesting here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Once the dew comes into the picture, the wicket becomes a little spongy. There's this good spongy bit of bounce, and odd deliveries will skid through as well. So there is two pace. There is dual type of bounce as well, making things difficult for the batters. Big shot. He's missed out on that. Shahrukh Rashid.
Oh, he is looking to play that very aggressive route at the moment. And why not? It's the power play and you want to clear the infield. You know that you've got that incentive that once you clear the infield, a boundary can be up for the taking. But at the same time, you need to follow your processes, right? Just cover the line of the ball and play the line of the ball rather than just swinging in midair.
Just 3 runs of that over of Yashas GL so far with the ball to spare. Dancing down the track, and this has found the gap. Wouldn't be a lot, but should have been a couple. It'll only be a single though. 4 runs of that first over of Yashas GL. This is very interesting. Karthik coming in to bowl the second over. Never a great idea to go on the back foot to Karthik. He's a steady customer, and with that kind of a pace, you always want to be attacking Karthik on the front foot. The most important part is if you can read the kind of spin Karthik is going to be offering from his fingers. He's a finger spinner. Big shot, and this has got some good bat. It'll go all the way. Yes, long on station. Doesn't matter because Shahrukh is a strong lad.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like a sluggish sort of a shot, and he got down very, very low. But what's important here is that he's got 6, and this was not the right line that Karthik has offered here to somebody like Shahrukh. And enough elevation on it to carry forward for 6. And what's so amazing about the shot is that he hit it towards the longer part of the ground.
And this has gone straight up. Not reading. Karthik is always going to be expensive. He's going to give a big stare to the batter as well. Didn't enjoy that maximum. But what has happened is Shahrukh is going to be walking back to the dugout.
Oh yes, he's certainly had the last laugh. First strike here for Royal Oman Stallions, and they know that it's going to be very important to break into that top order for Ideal International. Have a look at that. This time just a fair bit full, and that variation of a delivery from Karthik not being read by Shahrukh Rashid, and he'll have to walk back after that maximum. 10 for 1 at the moment, Ideal International, as the new man comes in. Sandesh Pusalkar, the new man in.
Fends it around, and it's going to be an easy single. They have some talent up their sleeves in terms of Wasim Jamadar. We've already seen Shahrukh departing back to the dugout, having some potential. Pusalkar can bat pretty decently as well. But the problem has been fitness. They've played so much of short format tennis ball cricket where 6s and 4s are on offer, that fitness has not got that prime importance. Looking to cut an inside edge for a single. What's your thought? If they can work on their fitness, they would be a good team.
Well, apart from fitness, it's also game sense at the moment, because not every ball is meant to be, just disappearing outside the boundary lines. And they should be looking to build a game. They should be looking to get their eye in, and all of a sudden you realize that you have a different sort of a performance level. And that's something they need to unlock at the moment. In the air for a fair bit amount of time, and no harm done at the moment, not even a single. End of the over, it's 12 for 1, Ideal International. Sagar Parmar introduced into the attack, and immediately will look to make an impact on this game. It's been a very quiet 2 overs.
This is going to be mighty interesting. Royal Oman Stallions do understand that the amount of tennis ball cricket that Ideal International as a team plays, nobody is a match in this entire tournament, and that's where they're using spin to their advantage with the new ball. They have some good quality pacers. But except for Yash's GL, they haven't thrown the ball to anybody else and they've let the spinners operate.
Having said that, there's no room for error, leaving vast expanse of land available on the leg side, so that strike will be rotated, and that's something they should be looking to cut off at the moment, because the kind of players Wasim Jamadar and Sandesh and the rest of the Ideal International are, that if they strike the ball, there's no point of a fielder on the ground. The only point is to probably retrieve the ball from beyond the boundary ropes. Oh, there you go. And that's really high in the air. Sagar Parmar will have a long ground to cover. And that's what I'm probably trying to say. There's nobody protecting a single. There's nobody to protect that rotation of strike, to avoid that rotation of strike, because the singles are available easily. And that also opens up gaps and areas in the field. So a shot like this one, which is skied up very high in the air, it does not end up inside the hands of the fielder or the bowler to get a dismissal.
Primarily, with the amount of cricket, Royal Oman Stallions, they're professionals and they understand this game better than most. And they do understand that Ideal International and most of their players play too many 6 over, 8 over, 5 over, 7 over games. And that's where they don't have that patience of rotating strike. Yes, a few singles here and there, yes. But can they do it for a longer period of time? Not really. They're going to be throwing the kitchen sink at everything. And that's where they want to protect the boundaries more.
It's certainly not the first time they're playing season ball cricket. Ideal International is a well-established side and coming in through the ranks. Plenty of players that I know personally have also been through that side. And even the current crop has played quite a bit of decent season ball cricket. And that's been the problem. Sagar Parmar, usually a breakthrough bowler who's managing to get breakthroughs on most occasions, has just been ticked along for 6 runs of the over. And somewhere down the line, they would have felt that that 18 for 1 could have been 18 for 3 by now if Sagar Parmar would have had an attacking field. More on that. It's 3 overs done, 18 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Karan Sonavle comes into the attack. And I concur with almost everything that you said. But if you pick up the records, I haven't picked them up, but I assure you what you're going to say is that Ideal International in the last 2 or 3 years, whatever hardball cricket they've played, would be similar to what you see of Pakistan. Either, and I'm talking about the Pakistan team in the 1990s, it will either be a high scoring game where they'll go all guns blazing. What an incredible strike! Fielder underneath it, and he holds on to it. So even as impressive as it was from the bat of Wasim Jamadar, it was a big boundary and just not able to clear. Anshuman Prasanna is never going to be missing out on that.
Oh yes, certainly safe pair of hands, and it's going to be a very good replay. Karan Sonavle has managed to pick one up out of nowhere. Have a look at that. He skied it very high and nearly touching the boundary ropes, but Anshuman Prasanna, cool head over his shoulders, just takes it as if it was catching practice, and he's going to make sure that the second wicket falls. 19 for the loss of 2. Ideal International.
Had a very impressive picture in the team list. Raghunath.
Totally dig his kit as well. He's got those nice shiny SG pads. And immediately looking to charge down the track to Karan Sonavle.
And coming back to my point, if you see the last 2-3 years of records of Ideal International, they're that kind of a side which will score really big in a 30 over game, 200, 220, 240, or they will be bundled out early because they will never fear from playing shots. They will consistently play shots. So a good side understands it and they look to defend. You don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with ice. And that's where when you're playing a side like Ideal International, you defend and you defend hard. And that's exactly what you see with Royal Oman Stallion. They want to go big, go big. We're going to defend.
At the moment, Sandesh Pusalkar is finding it hard to get ball on bat at the moment.
And the primary reason is that despite all that attack, they're still 5 runs per over. Because once they start taking those singles, which they don't generally take on a regular note, they're going to be having those heavy breaths. And recovery time is going to be really big. So just a single to deep square leg of the final delivery. 3 runs and a wicket in that over of Karan Sonavle and a big wicket of Wasim Jamadar. 21 for the loss of 2 at the end of 4.
Persisting with Sagar Parma is going to be spent. Oh, it's an inside edge, under edge rather, and they'll take these runs. Sandesh Pusalkar has made a name for himself in Oman D10 at the moment to grind it out for the team, and he's done that more than once.
He's a good bat. Brilliant technique. Although at the moment he's living dangerously. Needed a little bit of luck and it's working in his favor at the moment. .25 for the loss of 2 and 25 deliveries that have been bowled. Can they capitalize and can they make it count? Can they get somewhere closer to 80, 90? Because that's where it'll be interesting. Cut well. Fielder not in the equation at the moment. Faizan will only assist in getting the ball back to the bowler, but valuable runs from the bat of Sandesh at the moment.
He has certainly struck that very hard. Sagar Parmar will not find this to be a familiar sight and he's not going to be liking it because this was a good ball, kept it out of reach, outside the off stump, but that was cut ferociously. And what more, you've got 3 fielders on the offside and still he's managed to get that to a boundary. It means something here for Sandesh Pusalkar. This time down the ground, it's only going to be a single. So some decent runs here in this over, and Sagar Parmar has had a very uncharacteristic sort of spell in this game. Usually doesn't go for too many runs. He's still got 4 deliveries or 3 deliveries rather to make a comeback of sorts.
Oh, you can't go on the back foot to Sagar Parmar. And if you do that, you're going to be paying the price in terms of your wicket. Raghunath, who looked pretty impressive in those one delivery that he played, had some technique, but not good enough against the class of Sagar Parmar.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking some sort of a very tentative mindset at the moment from Raghunath. He certainly didn't know whether he had to just play it for the turn or against the turn. In the end, just making a mess of it. Wicket number 3. It's 30 for 3 now, Ideal International.
Sagar Parmar, 4 byes, 4 off the bat, 1 and a wicket. And in comes Ubada, the powerhouse of Ideal International. So much depends on the way Ubada is going to be batting for the remainder of the half the overs.
He's come at the right time here, and it's just about the right time where a few big hits and all of a sudden Ideal International will be on par with that 10 run per over mark. One good over and things start looking different. At the moment he's driven that straight. And what a brilliant effort out there. Long off, just looking to pull in the dive and managing to save a few runs because that was struck ferociously. End of the over, it's 5 gone, 33 for 3, Ideal International. Karthik will continue. Looks to cart Ubada, the left-hander. It's only going to be a single. 34 for 3 at the moment, and they're looking pretty average at the moment. Joining me in the com box, somebody who is not so average. He's certainly above average and much above average. Just like that shot from Sandesh Pusalkar, and he's going to get 4 runs here. What a way to welcome Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
Thank you for your kind words. I mean, what a shot. Excellent shot from Sandesh. Inside out, deliberately played in the air towards a deep extra cover. Always in control. Karthik going for a boundary here. You have missed that first hat-trick. You're on a break. Amir Shah. Another bowler from Renaissance Challengers. One of your favorite teams, I mean. You missed that action.
It's that sort of a day where you get to see your favorite teams in action, and D10 is not missed by anybody. We all have access to it via Sports Eye on YouTube. We are all watching, we are all listening at every single time. Looks to just throw in the kitchen sink at this one, and Karthik a fair bit too quick and too good at the moment, keeping it outside the off stump, and that's been his key area of deliveries, and for some reason the batters are finding it very difficult to connect.
After boundary, 2 dot deliveries. Go straight over the bowler. What a mighty, clean hit. A maximum for Sandesh and more runs for Ideal International.
At the moment, Mr. Dependable for Ideal International, because he's looked to grind it out for the team on more than one occasions. You'll see that he's been so accurate and so safe on most occasions. Whenever he's come out to bat, Ideal International was looking in troubled waters. But then, the moment Sandesh Pusalkar comes out there in the middle, there's a sudden sense of calmness. And he, along with Ubada, formed that very crucial partnership. You can see it's already 11 runs of this over. And mind you, it just requires one big hit away for them to be, just to be that average score for the situation at the moment. End of the 6th over, it's 45 for 3, Ideal International.
45 for the loss of 3, 6 overs gone. Sandesh getting 24 runs of 18 balls. And in comes Farman for the first time in this game. Lofted. The big man goes big one more time towards that long off. What a mighty blow to get to the 50 for Ideal International, and right time to welcome Jamil sir.
What an entry. Look at that. Absolutely stunning six. Through the long off, just moving slightly away towards the leg from the middle of the bat. No one can stop that brilliant six.
September 9th, what a day for Amir Shah, and a date to remember for Jamil bhai. 45 years ago, since you have landed your foot here in Oman, Jamil bhai. An incredible journey.
Absolutely. Smooth, happy. And no words to thank Oman for giving us that respect that deserved. And top of that, Mudassir, is the most peaceful city in the world, I believe. I have traveled a lot with the Oman national team, so many countries, but perhaps the most peaceful city in the Gulf is Muscat.
Absolutely, I completely agree. As a guest, as a visitor for the past couple of years, I am regular here in this part. And the calmness and the peace we have here in Muscat is completely different. It reminds me of my childhood days, because now everything became so fast in this 20th century. No time for family members, no time for friends, but whenever I am in Oman, I get that opportunity, I get that time to spend some quality time with friends of mine who are residing in Oman. And definitely we are grateful to this land and the Majesty, the Sultan of Oman, for showering us with so much happiness.
Absolutely. One of the best countries in the world now, most beautiful country. Not only that, but the people who have come to visit Oman, especially stayed in Muscat itself, when they go back, they always talk about Muscat's peacefulness. You have your own life. Even the blue collar people, they are working from 6 to 6 in the evening. But when they come back to home, they feel, yes, they are totally relaxed, a peaceful atmosphere.
Pace, some serious pace, wanted to cut B10. And I still remember, Jamil, by 2023, when I got a call from the production team that you need to travel to Oman. The first time I said, still I remember, I said no, because I need to take care of my company, as well as I'm happy by doing gigs in Dubai. But they forced me, they said, no, there is a requirement, you need to travel. After 10-15 days spending here, the next time I landed in Dubai, and I straight away called the production head. I said, when is the next tournament coming up? I need to go back.
That is, of course, the wish of everyone who visited Oman.
Great timing, great clean hitting from Ubada Farwa. The maximums are coming at to will for Ideal International.
I appreciate the captain of Ideal International, Manoj. He was very honest with us. He said, I can ask, okay, 100, 200, but I'm very realistic. We are looking for 80 plus runs. And I'm sure they're going to get it. End of over number 7.
Now this will be a good battle. Sharfuddin, who got the player of the match award, got 3 wickets against Majis Titans. 2 overs going for 13 runs, 3 wickets to his name. He's a young lad making a comeback. but he needs to hold on to his emotions.
Well, I mean, the young chap, Mudassir, seeing so much international cricket nowadays, you have to inspire yourself with those things.
Sometimes you get carried away. You want to express yourself because it's such a strong unit of Royal Oman Stallions. It's never easy to make into the playing 11. Every player is a match winner. It was really tough for Sharfuddin not getting a game, keeping in mind they have a very decent bench strength. Now he got an opportunity in the absence of quite a few big names missing in this tournament. I think he grabbed that opportunity with both the hands.
Yeah, he batted the other day, absolutely brilliant. The last of a couple of sixes, and yesterday bowled superbly, got 3 wickets in an over. So it's all coming for him good for the coming matches, showing his class and telling his coach and management that I'm also one of the contenders to come up.
Such a lovely story. If we talk about Sharfuddin, graduated, hails from Hyderabad. He stays very near to my place in Hyderabad. And I just came to a couple of days ago about this boy, that he stays very near to my place.
How the feeling, when you know to a place where you are also a what you call host or guest, someone from your locality, someone from your city comes and meet you after so many years. How's the feeling?
It's completely different, Jamil bhai, because in Dubai also I have big circle of friends, but very few from Hyderabad, apart from one or two. I was always busy with cricket and company work. Oh, look at that. Some pace, some bounce. Very impressive. 3 dot deliveries in a row, that too to Ubada Farwa.
And he's hitting everything to the corners, and this time, of course, credit goes to this young Sharfuddin.
Also, Jamil bhai, my friend circle is, most of them are from Pakistan. So I used to have a team, so players coming from Pakistan. And the day I landed in Dubai the first time, 2008, the room in which I stayed, there were 5 Pakistani gentlemen. Connects. What a hit. What a reply. Enough is enough, says Ubada. It's a maximum.
Look at that one, from the full face of the bat toward the extra cover boundary for the maximum. Perfect timings. And this, I think, gives some, what you call, thing to Sharfuddin that he should not bowl only on one side. This could have been an in-swinger for the left-hander. Instead, he bowled the same delivery which is going outside the office stump, and he placed it beautiful.
Excellent. Brilliant timing. Such a strong lad. He almost spent 5 to 6 years in UAE, and he played for one of my friend's club, Ubada Farwa. Oh! The big man goes towards the leg side. A back-to-back maximum, spoiling the figures of Sharfuddin.
What a hit, going to the oval too, almost halfway. Look at that one, from the meat of the bat, perfect timing. One of the huge sixes we have seen today. 8 overs gone, 71 for 3.
Couple of maximums. In that 6th over by Sandesh. In the previous over, it was Ubada. After 3 dot deliveries, what a comeback. And the signal coming from Saghir that it's a floating power play Two batters looking dangerous. In no time, Farwa moves to 20. Pusalkar on 32. Can they add another 20 is the big question.
Have you seen the behavior of the wicket? It's now totally different. Ball coming nicely onto the bat. Very rare turn for the spinners. Unless someone who's got really wrist spinner can do that one. Maybe because of some dew coming up and the ball is coming nicely onto the bat. You have seen couple of sixes. The way he liked, ball comes and hit the bat the way he liked to do.
Now it's behaving like a cement track, especially when the fast bowlers are bowling, and I'm really surprised how this wicket is holding. It's day 5, but it's looking like a day 1 surface. Brilliant job by the curator. In the air, chance at short mid wicket. Yashash GL gets better of Ubada. Karan Sonavle making no mistake. Relief for Karan Sonavle. Relief for Royal Oman Stallions.
Well, I think the wicket they were looking for, finally they got it. Is the most danger man for them. Just 10 deliveries with one of the most hit sixes over to the second over. End of over number 9, rather, wicket number 3. 72 for 3, ideal international.
.72 on board. They have lost to Ubada. Pevekar comes into bat. Yashash GL looking dangerous with the ball. Another single. Slightly the pendulum again shifting in favor of a bowling side. So many stories when we talk about Oman cricket, and no one better than Jamil Bhai to tell us the stories about the development of this game here. 45 years, 1980 you landed here, Jamil Bhai. What is the big difference you're seeing now?
It is something called miraculous development beyond your dreams. And it comes all in front of my eyes. I mean, like we talk about the cricket also, it is same thing for us also. We always dream when you come here when there will be grassy wicket, grassy ground. And that comes once again beyond the imagination, beyond the dreams from us.
Oh, absolutely. And as there is saying that Rome was not built in a day,
Yes.
neither is Oman Cricket Academy. They have that vision for future, that eye looking ahead, and when you have such visionary people, then such remarkable things you will watch for.
When I came, it was called Oman Cricket Association. Only 6 teams used to participate in the league, and it was a 30-over game. And from then on, there is no end, to be honest with you. From where we started, where we are, still things are going. And what else you have World Cup played in Oman? This is the nostalgic, historical fact.
Connection, beautifully managed. What a hit. Some positive approach resulted in a maximum.
He is a strong guy. And of course, with all the power in the bat and himself put together for this maximum 6.
Give these team another season. Definitely they'll give some tough time to premier teams. Initially, they were shaky on these, playing on these surfaces, but now they're applying themselves. Now they're getting used to the conditions. What a hit. 9 runs so far. Back of length, running hard. Make it 10 in that 9th over. Yashash GL, brilliant spell. 2 overs 14 runs, a wicket to his name. 9 gone, 81 for the loss of 4.
You're correctly saying that these intermediate teams really coming up after every match. Their performance is improving a lot. Example, yesterday's tie match between Braveheart and Muscat Thunderers, and today this Ideal International looking very dangerous.
Yes and no, never a single. In fact, there was a single, but the non-striker, he was not interested. Karan Sonavle leading the side in the absence of Nadeem, Vinayak and Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. The Asia Cup starting today. Hong Kong versus Afghanistan. Let's have a look what's happening in UAE. What is the match time? I think it's 6:30 local time, UAE local time, where Oman is also participating for the first time. Oh, what a shot! Innovative.
Absolute.
You beauty, Pevekar, dictating the terms out there in the middle. 4 runs.
What an innovative shot. The ball was in full place, and he just look at that one. Just keeping his head away. But bat came rightly for the ball to hit to the fine leg boundary. Quickly moves on to 85. It will be a very good total, Mudassir, if they do have some good bowlers. So it will be another crunchy game we have.
Oh, yes. What a valuable runs. Usalkar, Ubada, now Pivekar adding for Ideal International. The mini helicopter, but straight landing in the hands of Karthik. The wicket goes down.
But he has done his job, absolutely brilliant. What Team was asking from him, he has done more than that. Finally, a wicket went back to the dugout for the Ideal International. Just similar to helicopter shot, but not played properly. Bottom of the bat, nicely taken by mid-off. Farman got a wicket. Setri deliveries to go. Pulled nicely. But only a run being taken.
5 runs, 4 balls. But definitely there's something for the bowlers in the second innings. The batters putting a lot of effort getting those runs for Ideal International, and good to see intermediate teams testing premier teams. This is also a very good opportunity for the individuals also. Not only the teams from intermediate, but also the individuals. If you perform well, you never know. You might get a call from the selectors to join the national camp.
Well, it's still, long way to go from here on. Definitely, some of the players will definitely come up after the end of this tournament. Let's try to play it over to the wicket-keeper's end. So a good comeback from Farman. Got a wicket also. Still, I think 86 or 89 will be a healthy score for Ideal International. I really like the intention of the captain of Ideal International. I mean, he's very positive. He said, I can say 150, 120, but I always try to be honest. We 80, 90 we are looking for. That's an ideal thing to be done.
Yes, absolutely. That to day 5, I think batting first, if you can get 90, 100, it's a match winning total as we have seen in the first game of the day where Renaissance, they defended 103 against Yalla Shabab.
Well, I think that match belongs to Sayyid Amir Shah. What a brilliant spell he has done. 4 wickets and also got 37 hurricane runs, winning him the Player of the Match award. Now the wicket tumbled once again. End of over number 10.
What a hit from the wicket-keeper, bullseye. So good over from Farman, going for just 5 runs. And Ideal International, all they could manage is 86 for the loss of 5 in their allotted 10 overs. A spirited performance from the batters of Ideal International to post a good total on board. Let's see the batting card. Wasim Jamadar just 6, Shahrukh Rashid 8. It was Sandesh Jayendra who took the charge in the middle overs, 34 of 26. Then joined by Ubada, Sayyid Muhammad Ubada Farwat, quick 20 and quick 12 by Pivakar, taking them to a respectable total of 86 in their allotted 10.
What some good bowling from Royal Stallions. They are the most experienced team among those teams. A wicket piece for everyone. Yashas got 1, Karthik got 1, Sagar got 1, Karan Sunavle got 1, Farman got 1. So all 6 wicket down, 86 in 10 overs. So we are going to see some chase after a break.
They lost a couple of wickets early in the overs. Jamadar not able to provide that big start. Though few boundaries were hit, but wickets going down was a regular story in the initial. But Sandesh came and he took the charge, getting those boundaries, those maximums. And this was the stage when left hand, right hand combination, Ubada and Sandesh got better of the bowlers of Royal Oman, getting huge maximums at will. This was the over where Sharafuddin was sent out of the park couple of times, back-to-back maximums by Ubada. And that floating power play, Yashash GL straight away getting better of Ubada, that kept the scoreboard in check. As other batters, they struggled. It was Pivakar who joined in the middle and got a maximum and boundary that took the team to a respectable total of 86. This was a final ball taking a wicket in a shape of run out. So 87 is what needed for Royal Oman Stallions. We'll dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be chase on.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edge of it, yes it is.
Day 5 of the Oman D10, and action-packed drama continues here at the Oman Cricket Academy. It is the second game of the day. Royal Oman Stallions have taken a donking from the bat of Ideal International. It all started with Sandesh striking clean, 34 of 26, and he struck a few lusty ones. Joined him was Obada, who got 20 of 11, and towards the end, Nadeem Pevekar also threw his bat around for 12 of 6. And as a result, 86 on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. Ideal International would fancy their chances. Talking of the bowling, Yashash GL, Karthik, Sagar, Karan Sonavle, Farman. I'm not just taking their names, they all picked up a wicket apiece. The only bowler who was wicketless was Mohammad Sharfuddin. Joining me in the com box, Amin Wagle. Amin, Ideal will fancy their chances.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a very, very long night for the Ideal International bowlers here, because they really want to prove a point or two here, and they've done most of their things right with themselves in the field. Yes, not holding on to catches, but then certainly the bowlers have kept it very tight and asked the right kind of questions to the batters. On the other hand, Royal Oman Stallions, a professional side, will look to get off to a flyer, and they want to be getting to the total as soon as possible. Otherwise, in the middle overs, if they're not in the right frame of mind, if they're not in the mix of things, they can make a heavy weather out of this run chase. 87 needed of 10 overs, and it can never be an easy task. They'll have to get their eye in, they'll have to play aggressively from ball number 1 and then get themselves into a comfortable position, after which probably the foot can be taken off the gas pedal.
Anshuman Guru Prasanna. He's been one of those standout batters for Royal Oman Stallions. A good investment has started paying rewards.
Yeah, a very attacking batter here, Anshuman Prasanna. He's a young gun and he plays fearless brand of cricket, and that's something that will attract a lot of eyeballs, will attract a lot of attention to him.
He would want to dominate against the likes of Arav Pillai, another youngster, probably 4 or 5 years apart. But Anshuman Prasanna is of a different league. Dancing down the track, nudged around for a single.
Good start here from Arav Pillai, just that one wide, and then after that he got his line and length spot on. Anshuman Prasanna did well to just negotiate that for a single, and now all eyes on Shah Rukh Khan. Right hand, left hand combination is what the Royal Oman Stallions are contributing or are applying at the moment.
The only way I believe Ideal International can probably pose a chance for themselves is by picking up wickets. They need these wickets. One man who has not been amongst too many runs is Shah Rukh Khan. He's a clean striker of the cricket ball, and that's exactly what he wanted to do. Donk it around.
Yes, at the moment, what Arav Pillai is looking to do is to stay out of the arc and keep it away, make the batter reach out for the ball. In the process, conceding a wide.
But being honest, I mean, those sixes that came from the bat of Obada, then Sandesh, those were disrespectful shots. They were a slap, nothing more than a slap.
Somebody tell them it's just 65 meters.
I assure you there's no respect in those shots. Nothing to do with technique, positioning, balance. It was just power and prowess.
I think a couple of shots by Ubada were actually some very decent shots, especially the one which he hit over extra cover to Sharfuddin.
Did you see how far that ball went? Those were crazy shots. Ubada, I was on the rooftop, and the minute that struck, I couldn't stop myself from saying, "What a shot!"
Certainly sounded sweet off the bat as well. Made a loud boom. Everyone around the Oman Cricket Academy suddenly realized, oh, there's something happening here. Entertainment, really.
And that's what happens when you get a match, Ideal International versus Royal Oman Stallions. You're expecting Royal Oman Stallions to win it. They're the higher ranked team. And then all of a sudden you see the spirited effort of Ideal International, and that's where you just have so much respect for Ideal International.
Also, what an innings was that from Sandesh Pusalkar. Came out of nowhere against all odds.
Driven only to covers, and it's only going to be a single. Oh, they're going for the run. This can be interesting. At the moment, there's a little bit of a panic button that's been pressed by Royal Oman Stallions. Never, ever in their world would they be expecting chasing 86 against Ideal International.
Well, most certainly, and that's one of the main reasons why Royal Oman Stallions elected to bowl first. They must have strategized and they must have planned it all out, that their bowlers might just come down and make sure that Ideal International stay glued and down to earth. But then that innings from Sandesh Pusalkar certainly made all that difference. Fighting knock. Oh, looks to come down the track. This is turning out to be a handful over here from Arav Pillai. Only 4.
This is what is interesting. They were 30 for the loss of 3 just around the 5th over mark. From there, they've scored 56 runs in the next 5 overs. 56 runs. And those weren't bad bowlers. Those were all quality bowlers. It's just that Royal Oman Stallions had different plans.
Everybody went for runs. You saw Sharfuddin, who was very good in the previous game, picked up wickets at the key moments.
Pulled, and it's only going to be a dot ball. So a decent start for Ideal International, restricting Royal Oman Stallions to just 4 runs of the first over.
Rashid now introduced into the attack for the second over. Can he keep the batters quiet? Arav Pillai did a very good job first over, immediately going for runs. He's answering whatever I'm asking at the moment. And Shah Rukh Khan, on the other hand, has not been able to score runs all throughout the tournament. All of a sudden looking to express himself freely.
Shah Rukh versus Shah Rukh. And that's where Rashid is looking to dominate the affairs. He's a handy striker, and especially against this average medium pace of Shah Rukh Rashid, he'll fancy his chances. You can't be bowling in the arc of Shah Rukh Khan.
Immediately you see a lot of discussions there. You can see Wasim Jamadar now speaking to Shah Rukh Rashid. He was under the pump because he hasn't scored much for the team.
If Wasim Jamadar is not keeping wickets, wonder who the wicketkeeper is.
We'll have to wait.
Could be Sandesh probably. Akshay Raghunath. Akshay Raghunath is the man donning the gloves behind the stumps. Thank you for the quick confirmation to our stats person, Pranav Mehta. But barring jokes aside, it's been a decent outing for Ideal International. Big shot. This ball is travelling and travelling really quickly. It's far and it's handsome. Asif Al-Balushi is lucky to get out of the way.
A few nights ago, his team had a go at the Ideal International bowlers, and now it's going to be Royal Oman Stallions. It's a back-to-back boundaries. First a 4, now a 6. Shah Rukh Khan is looking very, very comfortable at the moment. He's looking to strike the ball big. Has Manoj Jangid missed a trick here?
I really feel that it should have been Manoj Jangid who should have been bowling from the Oman tail end. His handy bowler. Once again, slog across the line, and that's where it's going to be a couple of runs. Anshuman Prasanna is really quick.
Not doing any favours to that effort of the batters at the moment. Shahrukh Rashid has been dispatched for 12 runs in just 3 balls. That first over was absolutely quiet by Arav Pillai. And somewhere you would have wanted Shahrukh Rashid to step up to the plate as well.
Short of length, and it's going to be donked for a single. Can he swing one away from the left-hander? It will be Anshuman Prasanna who will get a strike now. 1 run of his 3 deliveries.
At the moment, Shahrukh Rashid will be under the pump and he is probably thinking only defensively. But now have a look at the activities there towards the offside. You've got a deep point and then you've got a backward point. Third man up in the circle with extra cover and mid-on. Oh, this is in the air. Mid-off, collecting it just after 1 bounce. The early days in this contest. Yes, he's gone for runs now, but Ideal International should be looking for wickets, and they are, as a matter of fact. Gone for boundaries, yes, but the shoulders shouldn't be dropping.
Big shot. Anshuman Prasanna is a good striker of the cricket ball. He's never going to be missing out something as juicy and as simple as that. Shahrukh Rashid is leaking runs, and he's leaked as many as 19 runs of that over. So 2 overs done, 23 without losing a wicket. Royal Oman Stallions.
Probably hearing you on the live feed, Manoj Jangid, the captain, has brought himself into the attack. He has a task here, and that's to keep these 2 batters quiet. They've been looking to tonk the bowler for a massive 6s and 4s. At the moment, the captain needs to step up to the plate and do something different. provide that all important breakthrough, and he has the ability to do that.
Somebody bowling with that kind of pace of Manoj, you have to be playing him across the line. And that's where there is ample bit of protection in the deep. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket. And Anshuman Prasanna looks to rotate it around.
What can they do different here? Ideal International. First couple of overs and 25 runs on board. They need to be thinking of something different. Somehow get past that 5-over mark with less than 50. At the moment, the batters are struggling to find the middle of the bat against Manoj Jangid. Very handy bowler. Usually comes pretty much late into the innings towards the death overs where the batters are looking to go hammer and tongs.
He's the exact definition of tardy. One of those bowlers who doesn't offer a lot of pace, just gentle. Can't even call him medium.
At the moment, he's effective. Only singles offered by the batters so far. Both the right-hander and the left-hander are not able to understand or not able to get into the momentum.
If you ask me in the language of a batter, he bowls that irritating kind of pace. Not good enough to hit it through the line. You have to generate all the power. Oh, he's animated. Manoj Jangid cannot believe it. The keeper has let that go. Not sure if it was an outside edge. Was it a stumping chances? The replay is going to be fairly interesting, but Manoj Jangid is animated at the moment.
Akshay Raghunath, and he is an unfamiliar sight with the person behind the stumps because Wasim Jamadar is located somewhere else. So Manoj Jangid absolutely livid with Akshay Raghunath. He's not having a good day.
Big shot on the leg side. Half a dozen. Anshuman Guru Prasanna is never going to be missing out on that, and he's still animated.
Everything going against Ideal International at the moment. That over was looking so very good, and when the chance goes down, suddenly you start losing morale. It's 3 overs gone, 34 for no loss. Royal Oman Stallions in the hunt.
Need a wicket. Nadeem comes into the attack. Pulls gentle off spins. Certainly not one of the quickest in the arena.
Gentle off spins, gentle medium pace.
Everything is gentle about Ideal.
Oman D10 powered by Dafa News is not gentle. Everything has to be fury. Even the gentle mediums and gentle off spins are actually aggressive deliveries.
But how can you better explain it? If you compare the bowling of Nadeem to that of Sagar Parmar, probably the speed gap will be 50 kilometers per hour.
But it's not about the 50 kilometers per hour. Nadeem Pevekar certainly bowls very, very smart. He's on the money most times. Not bowling wicket to wicket, but he's looking to contain the batters. And in the process of looking for runs. The batters err and gift his wicket.
No questions about his quality, but on this occasion, Shah Rukh Khan finds the gap right over the bowler's head, never a fielder there, and accumulates 4 valuable runs.
Too full on this occasion, Nadeem Pevekar. He'll have to learn very quickly at the moment, try and adapt to the situation because 40 for no loss with 3 more deliveries to go. They are looking to accelerate very quickly. 47 needed now.
Off to a flyer at the moment, dug around the corner for a single. Who can pick up a wicket for Ideal International?
Well, I'm surprised Obada has not been brought into the whole mix of things. Probably the next over you would see Obada being asked to have a bowl. You need to have a little bit of pace. Some fear needs to be instilled into the batters.
Looking for a big one, goes for the big one. Fielder interested. He holds on to it. A little bit of a juggle work doesn't matter. He's provided that entertainment in the field. I think it is Wasim Jamadar who's held on to that good catch.
Yeah, one shot too many. Looking to get scoring very quickly. Didn't want to make this total seem as large as it actually could be. Anshuman Prasanna will depart. He's made a well-made 16 of just 9 deliveries, so certainly has not wasted much time. On the other hand, Ideal International will sniff a little something here and looking to get back into the game. It's 41 for 1 Royal Oman Stallions.
Pevekar. Final delivery of that over, and it's going to be trickled around for a single. 4 overs done, 42 on the board. They've lost a wicket, and it's a game and balance at the moment.
Obada introduced into the attack, 42 for 1 after 4, and still very much a game in balance, but that could change very quickly because the two batters here, Shah Rukh Khan and now the new batter, Karan Sonavle, can certainly turn the game around at any given point of time. They are quite aggressive and very, very talented and hard hitters of the ball. Joining me in the com box, Jamil Zaidi. And what makes you think that this is going to be a good run chase?
Yes, of course. I think so far they are according to the run rate required. And with the likes of Karan Sunavale and of course Khan is there, things looks to be in favor of Royal Stallions at the moment. But a good fighting spirit from Ideal International. We have seen 2 wickets they have taken. Rather, 1 wicket has been taken. It's good to see those teams are really fighting hard.
What makes this even more exciting is that Royal Oman Stallions are looking unfazed at the moment. They know that they've got one foot in the door of this game. But at the same time, Ideal International are not dropping their shoulders. They still have a few assets remaining. Obada can certainly prove a handful. They've got another over from Pevekar pending. Arav Pillai has an over pending. So that's 3 overs sorted out to you after the halfway stage.
Ubata played a superb knock also. Brisk around 20 scored in when they were definitely requiring some runs, and he just 2 or 3 maximum is that.
No, this one's played very, very fine. He certainly made use of risks here. Karan Sonavle played it across, shuffled across rather, and flicked it towards that square leg boundary. So it's going to be some welcome runs here at the boundary coming after a very long time for Royal Oman Stallions.
Captain is there. He knows what to do now. And such a wonderful batter he is, Karan Sonavle. Never take pressure on him. Always play positively.
Works it away towards the onside. Another single. So that's professionalism for you. You get a boundary to your name and then just rotate strike so that the pressure is always on the bowling team and the fielding side.
Yeah, that is the order of the day, you can say, in these shorter formats, especially T10 or T20. Especially T10, you have to go for the singles right from the moment you arrived on the wicket.
7 runs from the over so far. Can Shah Rukh Khan make it more than that? Oh, he certainly wants to try, but kept it away from the left-hand Ubada. Umpire not interested in calling that a wide because that was well inside those tram lines. At the halfway stage, Royal Oman Stallions are still hunting. 49 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Over number 6, the first ball dispatched towards that corner by Karan Sonavle. He is looking in great form with the bat.
Your presence immediately felt, and it has been hit by a 6 on the very first ball of the 6th over. So far, so good. Things are going in favor of Royal Stallions. They do have, of course, formidable side compared to Ideal International. But hats off to them, they're really fighting hard.
One more time to that leg stick channel. But just a single. Are they coming back for the second? Yes. Lots of cricket happening. The Asia Cup started today in UAE, Abu Dhabi. Afghanistan winning the toss and 56 for the loss of 2 against Hong Kong, China.
How many overs?
7 overs. But here, Karan Sonavle is in a hurry. He wants to finish this game as soon as possible. Another mighty blow towards that scorer box.
Such a devastating batsman, Karan Sonavle is looking that one. Just pick so easily, flawless, over to the cow's corner for the maximum. Second maximum in this over.
Clean hitting by Karan Sonavle. What a player. What a comeback this season. He struggled in the previous season, but now looking in form. One more time in the air. Is there a chance for the fielder? No chance. Another maximum. He's clearing that mid-wicket region on his will.
No words to describe how he's playing those maximums. Just so flawless, effortless. Maximum in 3 deliveries from Karan Sonavle. What a player he is. Absolutely brilliant batter.
Dancing down the track, just a single this time. 21 runs so far. So much of talent available here in Oman. What a platform provided for all these budding cricketers.
If you look at the current Oman national team, most of the players, apart from those who are playing for at least 5-10 years, they've all been drafted from the D20 league started in Oman. So many new faces, played beautifully off the toes. I have to see the umpire signal. It's a wide. So 5 runs to the total. End of over number, rather 1 ball to go. And they reached 75.
26 runs so far. An expensive over from Peveka. 9, in fact, yes, 9 in his first over now. Lead plenty of runs. Opening the face of the blade, well managed. Into the gap, 4 runs. Make it 29 runs over from Peveka. 6 overs gone. So Navle on 28, Khan on 28, Royal Oman Stallions 79 for the loss of 1.
Well, I think floating power play has been taken by Royal Stallions. Umpire just signaled.
An appeal for stamping, going for that reverse shot, asking for a wide. No, says Saghir. So now just 8 needed. Plenty of overs left, plenty of wickets in hand.
All been done through Shah Rukh Khan and Karan Sonavle for the blistering maximums to a new intermediate team. It's Manoj, the captain of Ideal International. Very nice gentleman taking your team along. It's always good. Somebody, captain, owner, playing himself. Nicely played for the single.
And you need such kind of people around. Who help the youngsters who get that new talent in the country, providing them the platform. The life is not easy for expats, leaving your country and coming to a different world, new country, and trying to settle in, looking for your future, trying to earn for your family. So much of sacrifice.
Muddassir, I think all credit of all such activities that have been put into the associate countries, credit goes to the ICC for promoting cricket in those countries which never played cricket, where the national game is football. Apart from Gulf, Japan is also having cricket team. China also having cricket team. Even Germany also have a cricket team. So all credit goes to ICC for just spreading this game throughout the world.
Wide has been called, and rightly said, Jamil, by that. Reminds me of Japan under 19 team. Now they're a regular whenever the Asia Cup under 19 for men's it takes place. Japan always qualifies for that tournament, and recently for the World Cup, Italy, they qualified. Italy is known for football. Few times World Cup winners in soccer, but talking about cricket, inching closer to that 87 is Royal Oman Stallions, and Khan getting those crucial runs.
Netherlands also, it's a very good team. They have qualified also for the qualifier of the World Cup as well. So this is all credit goes to ICC. And of course ACC for Asia, that promoting this game, all the countries which never played cricket apart from UAE. I still remember the first match was played in Sharjah, 81. It was between Pakistan and India. We traveled 82, around maybe 82. We all traveled from here.
Oh, what an appeal! He went down, a tumble, roll over. At the end, he got his man. Manoj is happy. That's the end of Shah Rukh Khan. They're almost there, but Manoj had the last laugh against Khan.
Well, finally he got a wicket. He got a wicket in the earlier match also. So, first wicket for Manoj. And what a wicket. Great effort by him. Tumbled and finally took the catch.
Excellent, excellent piece of bowling, and definitely Jamil by ICC and ACC played a big role, especially in this region, not only in Gulf but also in the subcontinent in Asia, because initially it was India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka when the Asia Cup started, then Bangladesh joined them, then we have the presence of Afghanistan. Now this time 8 teams will be participating, because 2024 we had a Premier Cup, which was a tournament where 3 teams qualified for 2025 Asia Cup. The finalist, the champions UAE, and the runner-up Oman, and the third team to qualify is Hong Kong, China. They defeated Nepal, who were the favorites coming into the tournament. It was the heroics of Zishan, the wicket-keeper of Hong Kong, China, who batted beautifully against Nepal to clinch that match and clinch that spot, that number 3 spot. And a historic moment for all these 3 associate nations. And historic moment for Karan Sonavle and for Royal Oman Stallions. And he ends the match with a flourish here. It was raining sixes throughout this innings, especially from the blade of Karan Sonavle, the captain, unbeaten, 35 in just 14 balls. It took 7.2 overs for Royal Oman Stallions to go beyond that 86, a thumping victory.
Absolutely. Spirited by the skipper Karan Sonavle, and what a knock. 35 of just 14 deliveries, and what an effortless maximum he bowled. So Royal Oman Stallions won by 8 wickets. What a brilliant knock from Karan Sonavle. Also Shah Rukh Khan did a good role to carry the score.
Anshuman got to 16, Shah Rukh 32, who was out just when a couple of runs were needed for Royal Oman Stallions. A valuable knock, and Karan Sonavle, captain, leading from the front. A brilliant 35. of just 14.
Well, nothing to talk about the bowling except the one wicket goes to Jangyo Manoj, and it was Nadeem Pavekar who got a wicket apiece. So 91 for 2, an easy victory for Royal Stallions.
Lot of learning for Ideal International, but for sure they'll gain lot of experience by playing against a premier side such as Royal Oman Stallions. They batted beautifully, but the bowling did not came to the rescue. And let's see how this match transpired between these two sides. Match number 19 going in favor of Royal Oman Stallions. Ideal International, they batted beautifully. Pusalkar Sandesh getting 30 for the top scorer. Ubada Farwa 20, Pevekar managing 20, and Karan Sonavle, what a game. He had 3 wickets with the ball. Just 1 over bowled by the captain. Parmar, a wicket to his name. So a wicket for Yashash GL, the fast bowler. The chase started, they were always in control, the likes of Anshuman getting that start 16. Khan 32 and captain yet again leading from the front with the bat 35 of 14. Manoj, a wicket to his name. Pevekar went for plenty of runs in his second over, 29 in fact in his second over. So that's all from the com box. So match going in favor of Royal Oman Stallions, and we'll dive into short break. Once we are back, it will be post-match presentation.
He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge away, yes it is. He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge away, yes it is.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony. We are done and dusted with another thrilling encounter. This one was between the Royal Oman Stallions versus Ideal International, and a good day in the office for the Royal Oman Stallions. And winning the toss and electing to have a bowl first, what they did was restrict Ideal International to 86, a little more than what they would have hoped they should have restricted them for. And in response, it was a great performance by the batters, especially Shah Rukh Khan, who got off to a flyer of a start along with his partner Anshuman Prasanna. But then the man of the match and the player who did it with the ball and with the bat, Mr. Captain of the Royal Oman Stallions himself, Karan Sonavle, has been adjudicated our player of the match for this game. He'll collect a medallion from umpire Zaman Qureshi. Certainly the right person to have a chat with, because that was a professional win, I would rather say, for the Royal Oman Stallions. Ideal International, when they batted, they certainly seemed to have a little bit of momentum their side, but then the way you guys came out and batted, it just felt as if it was a walk in the park.
Yeah, it was a good start by them. 86 for an intermediate team. It's a good score to put on the board. Yet we know that they don't have that bowlers. And also we have a good batting lineup, and also we were higher in morale. So we know that one batsman will strike, play to the end, is going to finish the game early.
Speaking about bowlers, you certainly did well for yourself. You've even picked up wickets for yourself. So tell us something about the conditions, and what do you do when you see somebody like an Ubada or somebody like Sandy Pulaskar, they just come out there and express themselves so freely. How as a side do you want to pull things back?
I know their strength and weakness majorly because I've been playing with them since very long time. But then I just have to stick with the basics. I know where I have to bowl exactly. If the batsman fail, I'm going to get him out.
Okay, speaking about batting, those two openers over there, especially that young gun Anshuman Prasanna, and then this time it was Shah Rukh Khan, who had a very quiet tournament. So as a captain, how pleasing it is to see somebody contribute so well, and then how does it complement your innings?
Anshu is playing good throughout the tournament. He did well in T20 also. Shah Rukh was in and out, but then he got confidence in this game. It was much needed. We were looking for a good confidence start. So we are getting momentum from this match, and hopefully we'll do well in the next round.
Happy with the win against the Kokni boys?
Yeah, much enjoyed. Rather, I would have been nervous if we had lost against them.
Oh, absolutely. This is some great stuff. Once again, congratulations, and hope you get more of these. That's all we had from the post-match presentation ceremony. Do stay tuned. We've got a lot of action coming your way.
He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way, yes it is.